Hello everyone, how are you? So glad to connect. It's been a very long time since I've done any videos or reached out to anyone, and I've gotten a lot of inquiries with what are you up to? This is feeling cheesy. um, no, but I have had people that have reached out and they've said, I read your blog and then it stopped. And why haven't you continued on? Or so I wanted to try to connect because I did go kind of introvert for a while, and I've been putting a lot of effort into working online and into the most amazing 5.5-year-old. Seriously, this kid is he's really something. And but I'm feeling this shift. I'm feeling this pull, and so I wanted to just reach out and connect and just see how everybody's doing. And can you hear that? Do you hear the rumbling on what? So on one side, I've got obviously the ocean right behind me, and if you can see, the sky is beautiful blue here, and over here, it's gray, and over here, we've got a storm coming. And I feel like a lot of people that I've been talking with are feeling like they're in the midst of a storm, or that there's, that there's pressure, there's changes, and and I think that's going around for a lot of people right now. But as I'm here in Costa Rica and listening to this distant rumbling and knowing that at any moment we can have this huge downpour, I feel really called to share with people that reminder that even in that storm, there are moments of beauty that we can grasp and that we can realize. And I feel that wherever whether it's God, the universe, yourself, wherever your belief is, that we are guided through these certain challenges in life, through these storms, with the idea that if everything always was easy and stayed the same and there was no pressure on us, we would not have much reason to change and grow and push ourselves. And it's these experiences that come up, this situation. I hate using the example of boiling a frog because that really sounds sort of terrible, but it's true that we put up with uncomfortable situations until they become unbearable. And so it is these storms, these situations that finally become unbearable, that force us to make changes, to step out of ourselves, to look for something new, to move on to the next stage of our lives. And so whoever is listening to this today, if you feel like you're going through a storm and you just know that storms aren't forever and that they come for a reason, and they're helping guide us to what's next, to get us ready for what it is we really long for. And I feel like when we're in a storm, it's important to recognize the beautiful moments that are around us and appreciate those, but also really get a clear idea of where we want to be on the other side of that storm. Because through that storm, gusts of winds can come and can transition you to the next place in life. And so I think it's really important to manifest a clear image of where you want to be next, and get ready for that next stage. I know that that can be easier said than done while you're dealing with the storm, to also be looking forward so much, but it's important because it can get really easy to be stuck in that storm under your umbrella and, a big fork or something, fending for your life in this storm. And then long after the rains have stopped, you're still there fighting this battle that has passed, and it's safe to come out and move forward. So I think it's really important to be present and be ready, because there is so much amazing beauty in this world, so many opportunities, so much positivity. Every time, I know we're right now with the media, we are bombarded by all this negativity and crap working overtime, and it can really feel daunting. It can really feel like, how are we ever going to balance that out? And we can't necessarily in one foul swoop change everything, but we can start with little things and positive intentions and positive actions, and setting that forward motion. That action is going to continue to spiral things in a positive direction. So we cannot just give up. And now that doesn't mean we're going to go in with spears and fight, because I think there's a smart way to do things and a less smart way to handle things. And that not everything needs to be a battle and a fight. Now, sometimes there are those that are going to fight with you no matter what. And in that case, you might just need to remove yourself from the situation. And you will find life will show you that that was the right choice. But I still think, we have a lot of power. We have a lot of power when we come from the heart and our authentic self. And we have a lot that we can still do, even if it feels daunting. I don't want to too much go into conspiracy theories, but I feel like there are a lot of distractions out there in life that we've find ourselves stuck in. And when we're stuck in all these distractions, we forget how much good and how much joy we can cultivate in life and that we can be part of. So if I can send a message today, is remember your joy. Remember those things that spark your soul, and remember that the more joy you create in your life and the more joy you share, the ripple effect for the vibrations of joy are just amazing, and they can do so much, because literally you can feel when someone walks by in a bad mood and a huff, and the reverberations of that. And you can feel when someone's joyful. And yes, it's not something you want to fake, and it's not something you want to necessarily force, but there are things in life that spark joy. And so we can seek those out, and because we do have control to make changes in our life. We do, because if we become a victim, if we're blaming others, we're making ourselves powerless. But we do have the ability to make positive changes in our life, and it is never too late. So I'm sending so much love out to you guys, and I think I'd like to start sharing more reflections and things, and I get a lot of questions about Costa Rica, and I'm gonna try to be more active in responding, and I want to try to shift my awareness and intention back to to giving what I have to offer. So lots of loves, hugs, smiles to everybody. I hope you're doing well. Let me know what you thought about this video, and if you have any questions about Costa Rica, about anything, or anything you'd like me to share and talk about. So this is number one, the first getting back into videos and expressing more from the soul, because it starts to, like, I get that little, like, that internal feeling like you need to be sharing, you need to be doing this, and that calling. So, and I've been called to write since I was a little girl, writing stories in 5th grade about how my dog could fly and talk, and he was solving air pollution with, like, creating magical giant smog vacuums and things that could fly. Anyway, so I am feeling called with that, and I am getting further on some of my children's books that are with illustrators, and so that's really exciting too. And that's something that, you know, excitement that I want to share with children. Some things that my son has had such a passion for. So, hugs to everyone out there. Lots of love. If anyone needs anything, let me know. I'm not always the one who can provide everything, but I do find that sometimes I have a lot of connections, and maybe somebody else can provide what you need. Because it's a great big world out there, and there really aren't limitations. And I think this rain is coming soon. But I do love a good rainstorm. I hope you do too. Because, at least around here, the morning is so beautifully sunny after a big storm. All right, everybody. Mwah! Mwah! I think I'm eating sand. Alrighty. Ciao!